All right, welcome back to the Olimoleague monthly finals, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in and you missed the announcement, we will be casting both of the semifinals. We're currently hopping into the one that's ready and available, but the other one will be Parting versus the winner of Impact versus Center. That being said, let's get into this. Spawning on the leftmost side of the map, recently joining Samsung Galaxy, he's one of mine and Zombieup's favorite Terran players to watch. I'll give you the orange Terran, Journey.
In the bottom right, he just took out Tasia. It's the purple Zerg, True.
Yeah, that's quite the David and Goliath story. Anytime anyone comes up against Tasia, he is basically a badass. But Journey, the reason we like him so much is he's very, not necessarily unpredictable, but he's got so many different builds in his pocket. We had, again, I always reference this, and it's so long ago, so maybe it's changed and he's just a horrible player now. I doubt it, but we first had Journey on the channel in an Impact versus Journey show match. In a best of 7, he showed a different build every single game, and he won versus Impact 2, which was really cool. But, I mean, it was mech, it was bio and mech, it was cheese, it was macro, he just did everything possible. So, since then, I personally have been really drawn to his TVZ more than any of his other matchups.
Yes. And I first saw him playing GSL, doing that biomech thing you're talking about, proxying in base on Habitation Station. So, you are all welcome.
Well, his TVZ is nice. Of course, it's TVT that seems to be a little bit lackluster at times.
A little unlucky.
Journey, I think actually, you know what? If we went through the statistics of every player we've cast, Journey probably has the shortest TVT games with the least success. Are you seeing some leg spikes, by the way, or is that just me?
I saw them too, and then it looked like it was on like fast too. I was like,
yeah,
what?
okay, so that might just be a BattleNet thing then. I was a little bit paranoid over here. Don't want to be the guy legging out.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah, that was weird. Yo, yesterday, I don't know what it was, but BattleNet lagged, right? I didn't think anything of it. Okay, so like one game it lags, big deal on ladder. But then it happened again in a very specific matchup, TVP. It's like they didn't want me to win as Terran versus Protoss. It was the worst lag I've ever felt.
You know what it was? It was the Protoss using a reverse chrono boost on you.
Oh, clever, very clever. Well, anyway, so back to this game. We have True opening up the same that he did against Tasia. This time, of course, Journey I think is going to be more of a player who always gets that Reaper, as opposed to Tasia, who got no Reaper 2 games and got blindsided one of those games.
Yeah, I think one of the, well, more so than that, the thing I'm really looking for is whether Journey's going to be playing fast 3 CCs. I don't think any game that Tasia played, even the one he won, lost, whatever, like, I don't think their third CC really factored into it, but he did go for the fast 3 CCs every game.
Yeah, in a way it did, right? Like last game, Infernal Pools, you talked about it was a kind of a bad map for Terran, so you would hope to do something that helped with that, other than just the parade push, which wasn't that great, and yeah, actually wasn't that great, as we saw in that last game. Where Journey, I think, is definitely someone who would look at the map and be like, look, this is going to be popular, so if he's going to do this, then I'm going to do X, and, you know, stuff like that. At least I would hope so.
Ooh, doesn't quite get the build cancel. Nice snipe on that drone out of Journey. First blood goes to him. Of course, there's no benefit to First Blood in StarCraft 2 for anyone who might be newer watching, since I know we got a bit of front page time. It's just a little fun thing we like to do. But the third Reaper, this is very unconventional. Now, it's not unconventional for Catalina, but even on maps like this, even on maps like Vonai Research Station, it does feel like this style's starting to fall off. Terran players are just struggling to get that Queen kill, and the follow-up with the Hellions is definitely not anywhere as strong as it used to be. But he's getting a lot of drone kills to start. I mean, 2 is quite a big deal.
Okay, there's only 4 lings out, so he's fine. But that speed did kick in, and I was a little worried. You don't really expect speed to kick in until 6 minutes, not 5:30. As such, the Reapers would have been totally out of position. And they still are, in fact. There's no Hellions on the way. Is 4 lings going to be able to get maybe 1 SCV? Oh, Journey.
Nope.
Oh, you already pulled him back.
What a smart guy. What a clever
So
guy.
nice. You care about your workers.
He's got like workers' comp. Just in case one dies, the SCV's family gets reimbursed or whatever. Compensated. There you go.
Reimbursed.
Here's
husband's death.
Do you have the receipt from the original purchase of your husband? Well,
It's a wedding certificate, isn't it?
Ooh, nice.
Receipt for life.
Well, we got roaches this time, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if he's a little bit worried about this push, but he should be with that 3 Reaper opening for true. It makes a little bit more sense not to skip ahead to that third, or even the faster Mutalisks. He does have a third on the way, of course, but I don't think he was really planning on getting this up in the first place.
That's gonna be canceled. I don't know. If it was a case where, like, you know, Journey didn't immediately scout that, it would have had enough health that the links coming out right now would be able to save it. So, he was probably hoping he would get away with it, but nope, not the case. He's gonna have to try again later. This Roachborn, though, I am wondering.
Well,
like,
see,
does he even care?
That's my thought on it, right? Why... It was one of those things where I think, okay, if he could get away with the hatchery, that's cool, but because he was inclined to go for roaches anyways, it may not have been his primary goal. Either way, right now, he doesn't have any roaches out just yet. 7 are on the way, and this pushing force is good to kill lings. So, it's really hard for True to hold on at this choke. Of course, every Hellion loves to fight at ramps, but looks like 14 roaches, a little bit more than a small dedication. Ooh. No Baneling Nest out just yet, but he did sneak a lot of the lings around.
This is so many roaches that I'm surprised you don't have a Baneling Nest. You know, 8 to 10, okay, whatever, it's a small push, but 15 plus? Oh, well, there's the Baneling Nest. It's gonna be awkwardly timed, though. It's gonna be like during, like, the second wave.
He's lost so many lings, though, is the problem, too. He doesn't really have that many Banelings to complement this. Now, roaches can still push up here without it, but man, this is getting scary for Journey. He has got 2 engineering bases on his wall, but more often than not, this is not helpful because these are 2 very critically important buildings. You need those upgrades, of course.
Well, the Baneling Nest still isn't done, so there's still quite a, like, if True waits to attack with the roaches because of the Banelings, that's a big problem, but starts attacking immediately with these roaches, you can get the supply depot down, that's fantastic. I don't know if Journey realizes it is going to be that follow-up, too, as he's probably thinking that the third's back down, but it was canceled.
Well, there's them's Banelings, and a lot of SCVs starting to go down here just at the start. Helling's trying to get on top of the Banelings before they finish hatching, so stuck in those cocoon form, but True segments a small amount of roaches, more than enough roaches, I'd say, to balance off the Hellings while this goes on. Now, one of my shot does go down, and the depot falls. A little bit of hesitation where he's like, do I go for that wall or not? But this bunker does get bust ultimately. Marauder inside of it, 2 Banelings heading towards the main. Oh, if he had kept enough of these alive to bust the main, that would have been perfect, but still, losing the engineering base means he's losing the upgrades, which means Journey is up shit creek without a paddle.
Oh, this hurts. This hurts. It's been a while since we've seen the engineering base go down, honestly.
Well, it's also been a while we've seen this late Roach Bane work, but...
That's true, too. That is true.
Yeah, this is true.
Know, if he had a Banshee, this, like, just be doing so much less damage, you know? Like, that's sometimes you really wish you had 2 Banshees right now, but... As it is, he's still gonna just barely hold, I think. Okay, he gets into the main.
I guess, you know...
Anything else in the way?
But that's the thing, too. We talked about the 3rd CC possibilities in this game, and he does have a 3rd CC down. And while this isn't incredible amounts of... Okay, never mind. Bunker dies, GG. Yeah.
I didn't think the bunker was gonna go down.
Neither did I. So a little bit abrupt, but Journey knows what's what. And True will take game number 1.